All right, I'm back. This is Cisco with Cisco Reacts. And right now I'm going to do something different. I'm not going to react. I'm going to actually give a non spoiler review for the TV show Fallout that's on Amazon Prime right now. Um, I watched it, I binged it in a couple days and about a week and a half ago, you know, because when it first came out, it was one of those where I don't know if I was interested to watch it. I didn't really care to watch it. Just thinking, just another, you know, forest fed female lead shows. You know, that's what I was thinking. But I kept hearing it was good. So I figured I'll give it a try. And so I watched it. And I had never played any of the games, so I knew nothing about this at all. Nothing. So I went in completely blind. And overall, I liked the show. I thought it was real good. You know, there's three main characters. I guess the main character, Lucy, is a female, and I liked her character. It wasn't it wasn't woke, I guess to say. They didn't do that to the character, but they just made it about her being a woman, made it all about women rights and women are the strongest or the best. They made her a real character. You know, and the same thing for one of the other characters. Who's a black guy, Maximus, and his story, his part was real interesting. Also, I really liked it. And then you have another, you know. So the way they worked it, I'm not going to give any, main things away. Just it's kind of like it's like you playing a game and you can choose three different perspectives, to play with three different characters with three totally different type of characters with different backgrounds and different abilities and stuff like that. And that's what this show was like. They'd go back and forth, and then they kind of meet, then separate the meet, and it was done well. You know, it was a very entertaining show, and I didn't do a review after I watched it because I didn't, hadn't done a review in a while, but I kept finding a lot of people who hadn't watched the show. When I mentioned I watched it, they go, "Oh, is it good?" So almost everybody came across. They've heard about it, but didn't know if they wanted to watch it. Didn't know if it was good. So I figure I'd come on here and just give my opinion. And that and if you haven't watched it, I would recommend watching it. If you've played the games, then you would understand, what's going on. If you haven't, like myself, who know nothing, I was still able to. You still catch on what's going on, but you're a little more surprised because you don't know, the world of Fallout. So things will surprise you more. But since I've seen several reactions and people who've watched it and people who knew the world, who played the game, and others who haven't, and the ones who have played the games, they seem to enjoy it more, just because you get little Easter eggs all over the place, and they're catching on. But the people who haven't watched it enjoyed it also. I've yet to see one reaction of someone who didn't care, who didn't like it. So I was pleasantly surprised with this series. I would do recommend watching it. You know, uh, again, it is violent, but it's also funny. It's like it's a show that knows it's from a video game because they have some of those kind of unrealistic things, happening that happen in video games, and they have that in this series. But the way they do it, I think they do it well. So that's really about it. Again, if you've seen it, tell me what you liked about it. If you haven't, I do recommend watching it. I think you'd enjoy it. Again, it's not really a family show because it is violent, and there's some gory parts, you know because it is, again, the Fallout is kind of like all those other you know shooting games. You're just shooting people, shooting monsters, stuff like that. So it does get a little bloody, but again, it's a well constructed story because one thing that I didn't know going in, but I found out later, watching other stuff after I saw the show, there's a lot of vaults. There's over 100 vaults out there, and each game, I think, is a story from someone coming out of the vault, of one of the vaults. So every game is like from someone coming out from a different vault. I think there's one Fallout Vegas that it's not someone from the vault. It's someone from a courier that's on the surface. But most of the other ones are people who when the bombs fell, they went into bunkers and they were in vaults, they were called, and they stayed there for years and years. While people were outside. Many died, most died, and then others just trying to survive. So most of these games are stories of them coming out of the vault, and you have a mission. So, so this is like, it's very similar, but then you have two other characters from different perspectives thrown into it too. So it's pretty neat. So again, I do recommend watching it. If I had to rank it, I would give it a 9 out of 10. It was really good. So yeah. So yeah, if you enjoyed this, please leave me a like, subscribe, leave a comment, what you liked about it, or we were surprised about it, but again, thank you for watching this video, and I really appreciate everyone who does take the time to watch, and I'll see you all next time. Okay.